Dear students, today we are going to study about oxytocin. In this session, we will study about its secretion in our body, its actions and uses. So, let us start with the oxytocin. Oxytocin is a hormone, is a polypeptide hormone. Polypeptide. It contains 9 amino acids in their structure. 9 amino acids in their structure. This hormone is secreted by, it is synthesized by hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. It is synthesized in the hypothalamus, and from where it is transported to the posterior pituitary via axons, and from posterior pituitary it is secreted in the blood. It is secreted in the blood. It is secreted in response to the processes like suckling and parturition. Parturition is a process. Parturition is a process of delivering the baby and placenta to the outside world. Oxytocin is released in response to the suckling and parturition, means delivering of the baby and placenta to the outside of the world. This oxytocin is also secreted within brain and tissues like ovaries and testes. Means this oxytocin is also present in males. This oxytocin is also known as love hormone. Now coming to this was about its secretion. Now coming to the pharmacological actions of oxytocin. Pharmacological actions of oxytocin. Its actions on first uterus. Its actions are dose dependent. In uterus, it causes contractions. Oxytocin causes contractions in uterus. This hormone increases force and frequency of contractions. That means this hormone increases both force and rate of contraction. This contraction, there is a full relaxation time. There is a full relaxation time in between two contractions. In between two contractions. Means there is a full relaxation time between the two contractions. These contractions facilitate the expulsion of baby to the outside world. Expulsion of baby to outside world. Means this hormone is used to induce labor. This is used to induce labor. When there are contraction in the uterine wall, these contractions pushes the baby downwards down the cervix and helps in the expulsion of the baby or induces labor. But this was at low doses. But at high doses, at higher doses, it produces sustained contractions. Sustained contractions means there is no relaxation time. No relaxation time between two contractions. This means it causes prolonged contractions with no relaxation time. And these sustained contractions results in reduced blood flow to the fetus and fetal distress which leads to the death of the fetus. So at higher doses, oxytocin produces sustained contractions with no relaxation time between the two contractions, which causes reduced blood flow to the fetus and induces fetal distress and death to the fetus. So this was its actions on uterus. Now its actions on mammary glands. Mammary glands. In mammary glands, it facilitates milk ejection. It facilitates milk ejection. It causes contractions in myoepithelial of alveoli, which is the secretory apparatus of the mammary gland. It causes contraction in myoepithelium, which leads to the secretion of the milk on suckling. So it is used. It ejects. It sustains the milk ejection reflexes. Next, its effect on cardiovascular system. CVS effects. In cardiovascular system, at higher doses, it causes vasodilation, which leads to the decrease in the blood pressure. There is a transient decrease in the blood pressure associated with the tachycardia. Now, its actions on kidney. At higher doses in kidney. At higher doses, it produces actions like that of antidiuretic hormone. Means it results in the reduction in urine output. It results in the reduction in urine output. This was its actions. Now, let us study about its adverse reactions. Adverse effects. Adverse effects are that it causes very powerful contractions at higher doses. Very powerful contractions at higher doses. Now, its clinical uses. Uses of oxytocin. It is used for the induction of labor. Induction of labor. Since it causes contractions in the uterus, at full term, the increased estrogen levels sensitizes the uterus for oxytocin, which responses to the oxytocin receptors and leads to the expulsion of baby. That means it is used for the induction of the labor. Next, it can be also used for milk injection. In nursing mothers, when the milk ejection is impaired, we can give them intranasal oxytocin sprays for their treatment. It can be also used for abortions at mid-trimester. So these are about the uses of the oxytocin. For further details, we will continue next session. Thank you.